You're awesome.
Yes.
I think the like it's not safe
Yo creo que no es seguro
or it's not guaranteed
o no es garantizado
that junk won't come into your marriage.
que la basura no va a entrar en tu matrimonio.
Right? There's no guarantee that tomorrow comes.
No
in any way.
no se puede garantizar que mañana va a venir.
So in our marriages, it's a. I mean, you listen to Bob and Audrey's testimony. It was what 15 years into their marriage that this happened.
Si oye la historia de Bob y Audrey,
While they're
15
pastors,
años en su matrimonio, aunque ellos fueron pastores,
right? While they're ministering.
mientras ellos estaban haciendo el ministerio.
So what you would consider being really close to God and doing His work,
Lo que tú consideras ser cerco de Dios y haciendo el trabajo de Dios.
if we're not, if we don't get into the autopilot of life,
Si no entramos al piloto automático de la vida
right, and just start doing life just like a cog in a wheel, you know,
y
just
empezando
going through.
haciendo la vida así solo, así nada más,
it can get in there.
la basura puede entrar.
There's an intentionality. You need to have purpose and intention and
Tienes que tener propósito y intención
with how you do life.
en cómo haces la vida.
You have to be awake. I would say
Tienes que estar despierto.
90% of us aren't awake throughout our whole lives.
Yo digo que 90% de nosotros no estamos despiertos en nuestra vida.
Right. We make all our decisions based on the BS or the belief systems
Hacemos todas nuestras decisiones basadas en el sistema de nuestra creencia
within us.
dentro de nosotros.
Right. So we're programmed by life, by our kids,
Estamos
by our
programados
parents,
por la vida, nuestros hijos, nuestros papás,
on how to behave in certain environments and circumstances.
en cómo actuar en ciertos ambientes o circunstancias.
So without being intentional in our life,
Entonces, si no estamos intencionales en nuestra vida,
you become subject to the ebbs and flows of this life.
Te expones a las cosas de la vida.
And it can creep in there,
Sí se puede entrar.
right? We had it on the front end of our marriage,
Para nosotros lo teníamos al principio del matrimonio.
very far from God. And it was
Muy
every day.
alejado de Dios.
So you have two examples of where it gets in here or it gets in here,
Tiene dos ejemplos donde entra aquí al principio o aquí 15 años después del
right?
matrimonio.
So it shouldn't be a surprise that it wants to get in
No debería ser una sorpresa que quiere entrar
and that trials are going to come,
y que pruebas van a venir.
right? We can't always control what happens to us,
No podemos controlar lo que pasa a nosotros,
but we can control what happens in us
pero podemos controlar lo que pasa dentro de nosotros.
and our response to the
Y
difficulties,
la respuesta a las cosas difíciles en la vida.
right? And I really like the picture that our relationship,
Me gusta la imagen de que nuestra relación,
our marriages,
nuestro matrimonio,
our walk with God
camino con Dios,
is supposed to be a demonstration or a picture to others
debería de ser una imagen para otros
of Him,
de él,
of His character.
de su carácter.
You know, that's impactful. You know, and on Wednesday nights,
Miércoles en la noche
you can say that was impactful.
es muy impactoso.
I wonder how much she does not translate. She's like, I'm not going to have to say that one.
I actually will switch some words. One word can say a lot in Spanish, but that's not marriage. Keep going.
You trust her, don't you?
And you don't translate the way it
Yeah, you don't
might not in English.
Yeah.
Like back
No,
in
it's
the
okay.
time.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Not easy.
It's not.
She can say whatever she wants.
I've learned one word and say a lot in English too. Just
Bob? Bob?
Antes de que se me olvide,
Before-
before I forget, Sean, cuando iba a la casa,
When
you
I
translated.
used to go home,
esto me trajo algo a mi vida, como dice Sean, que
This brought something to my life, like you
no
said.
importa,
It
y en
doesn't
este
matter,
caso,
in this case,
que seas ya cristiano, que
that
sirvas a Dios.
you are a Christian serving God.
Pero hay un versículo en la Biblia que no recuerdo la cita ahorita.
I don't, there's a verse in the Bible, I don't remember which scripture.
Sí recuerdo lo que dice.
I do remember what it says. Clearly it states
Que tenga cuidado de no caer.
that be careful of not falling,
Aquel que se cree que está firme.
those that believe they're
Y
firm.
basado en esto,
And based on that,
todos podemos caer en
We-
cosas que no debemos
we all can fall in things that we shouldn't
cuando no ponemos a Dios delante de nosotros.
when we don't
para
put
todo
God
aquello
before us
que queremos hacer.
in all that we want to do.
Y, o sea, abrimos una puerta
We open a
cuando
door
descuidamos.
when we
Queremos
are
estar firmes.
not careful and believe that we are firm.
Y en un matrimonio descuidamos en este caso en la pareja, ya sea de un lado o del otro lado.
And in marriages, we are careless. Let it be where one
side or
yeah,
the other side,
from one side to the other
which
side.
is, like the husband and wife.
Like the husband and wife.
Eso es algo que compartí yo con mi esposa. Todos los días tenemos que tener cuidado.
That's something I share with my wife. Every day we need to be
No
careful
creernos firmes.
to not fall and think that we are firm.
No creernos Superman o
Yeah,
Supermujer.
don't think that we're Superman or Superwoman.
Llegar humildes ante Dios diariamente
Humble ourselves before God daily
y pedirle que la carne
and pray that our flesh,
hagamos un lado en todo momento.
we put it to the side in all moments.
Porque el enemigo utiliza cualquier pequeña puerta que ve.
The enemy will utilize any small door that he can.
Absolutely. You know, and when he gets in,
Cuando él entra,
it's a realization of that really has nothing to do with the other
es
person.
la relación de que de verdad no tiene que ver nada con la otra persona.
Usually that thing that got in was usually planted there as a child.
Normalmente esa cosa que entró fue sembrado desde niñez.
Some lie that was believed before
Una mentira que fue creada antes,
that is just revealing itself now or it's been exposed
que se
to
está revelando ahora,
the option of being exposed to the light.
o la opción de que sea revelado a la mentira.
Right, so like in our marriage, we struggled with intimacy for like 7 years.
Como en nuestro
of our
matrimonio,
marriage, the first 7 years.
luchamos con intimidad en los primeros 7 años.
Right, and in my head, it was all me. It was all
Y
my
en mi
fault.
cabeza yo pensaba, es todo mí, es mi culpa.
Right, so I would beat myself up and wonder
Y
and
pensaba,
have needs that want to be met that weren't met and everything.
quería necesidades que fueran cumplidas y no fueron cumplidas.
So you drive and you work at getting needs met,
Entonces trabajas para que tus necesidades sean cumplidas.
right, and make it all about
Y
you
te lo haces todo sobre ti
and blame her,
y le echas la culpa a ella,
which justifies any action you do,
que justifica cualquier acción que tú haces.
right? Because if you would just make love to me more,
Si tú me haces el amor
then I would
más,
talk to you more,
entonces yo te hablo más.
right? And if you just talk to me more,
Pero si tú me hablas
I'd make
más,
love to you more.
yo te haría
That
el
whole
amor.
battle of the sexes, right?
Es la batalla
So we
de los
blame
sexos.
each other about
Nos-
getting our own needs met
Nos echamos la culpa el uno al otro para cumplir esas necesidades
and justify the dysfunction in our
y
lives.
justificar el disfuncional en nuestro matrimonio.
Right, but when Lina had the revelation
Pero cuando yo tenía la revelación,
that, oh my gosh, I was abused,
yo fui abusada
sexually abused as a child,
sexualmente desde niñez,
but it blocked it out.
pero lo bloqueé.
At that point, I was able to go, oh my gosh, this has nothing to do with
En
me.
ese punto yo podría decir,
You know,
esto no tiene que ver nada conmigo.
And when God showed me, He's like, your only purpose in this
Cuando Dios
opportunity,
me mostró a mí, tu único propósito en esto es
in this covenant relationship,
en esta relación de cobertura, covenant, yeah,
is to help bring redemption and healing
es de ayudar, de traer redención y sanidad
to a place that had no right to be in Lina's life.
En un lugar que no tenía el derecho a estar en la vida de Lina.
So he never planned
Él nunca
the sexual abuse. He never planned
él nunca planeó el abuso sexual.
those things to happen to her.
Esas cosas que me pasaran.
Right, but he knew in us coming together
Él
that it
sabía
would be exposed.
que en nosotros juntarnos que se iba a exponer.
And my part of that
Y mi parte en eso
was to actually, in the concealing and healing aspect of God,
en el aspecto de sanidad con
is
Dios,
not making it about us, but that thing had no right to be there.
es de no hacerlo no hacer el asunto que es de nosotros, pero que la situación no tenía el derecho a estar ahí.
And not make it about me.
Y no hacer el asunto que es mío.
Right, because when she breaks through it,
Porque cuando ella sobrepasa o quiebre,
right, and once we get through it in our marriage,
y cuando lo pasamos en nuestro matrimonio,
now it just becomes a tool for him
ya se convierte en una herramienta para él,
to minister to others that go through the same stuff.
para ministrar a otros que pasan por lo mismo.
Right? You know, so we think that the pornography that shows up in the marriage
Pensamos que la pornografía
is
que
the ultimate
resulta
betrayal.
en un matrimonio es el
It's not something done
resultado
against somebody else.
un resultado de, ¿cómo se dice betrayal? Betray.
I don't remember.
The word for treason.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
Treason, traicionar.
Sí, es resultado de traicionar. Sorry.
It was really good.
Okay, she's got it.
Where were we?
Or you're just saying it wasn't a result of the betrayal.
We take those things that are rooted in us,
Tomamos esas cosas que están dentro de nosotros
and we use it almost like it's something that they did to me.
y lo usamos como si esa persona lo hizo algo contra nosotros.
Right, but the marriage is really just the opportunity to battle against those things that have no right to be in our lives.
Pero el matrimonio es la oportunidad de batallar para algo que no tiene el derecho de estar en nuestra vida.
It doesn't condone the actions,
No condena la acción,
but the opportunity is, okay, the action's been exposed.
pero la oportunidad es que la acción ha estado exponido.
Let's quickly go to forgiveness.
Rápidamente vamos a perdonar.
Let's quickly not let shame take root.
Rápidamente vamos a no permitir que el engaño no tome raíz.
And then let's partner with God and with each other
Y vamos a juntarnos con Dios y con uno al otro
so that thing
para que esa cosa
is utterly destroyed and has no part of our souls
esté
anymore.
completamente destruida y no tenga parte de nosotros.
And becomes a tool for God instead of a weapon for
Y
the
se
enemy.
convierte en una herramienta para Dios y una arma para el enemigo.
Does that make sense?
¿Entienden?
You know, so whether it's anger,
Bien sea enojo,
whether it's lust, whether it's
bien sea what?
Lujuria.
Lujuria.
mistrust, any kind of thing that creeps up in our marriage.
Lo
It
que
has no right
vaya a
to be
entrar
there.
al matrimonio no tiene el derecho a estar
But
ahí.
you have the opportunity to take that thing.
Pero tiene la oportunidad de tomar esa cosa.
Allow forgiveness to take place here,
Permitir que perdón pase aquí.
right? Come into agreement with the word,
Estén de acuerdo con la palabra.
and then together fight so that it's utterly destroyed in
Y
your life.
juntos peleen para que esté completamente destruido.
But what we do,
Pero
and
lo
what
que
we've been
nosotros
taught
hacemos y lo que nos han
by our
enseñado
parents, by the church,
por nuestros papás, la iglesia,
by society,
sociedad, la
is just to
sociedad,
let it go.
es de simplemente
Right.
dejarlo ir.
We're not going to talk about lust.
No
We're not going
vamos
to
a
talk
hablar
about
de lujuria,
pornography. We're not
de
going to talk about
pornografía.
the battle of the sexes.
No
We're not
vamos
going to
a
talk
hablar de la
about
batalla de
sex.
los sexos o del sexo.
We're not going to talk about anger problems.
No
We're not going
vamos
to
a
talk about
hablar
our
de,
rage.
de los problemas del enojo.
We're not going to talk about violence.
No vamos a hablar de la violencia.
Right? In families, we bury these kind
En la
of things.
familia lo escondemos.
Here's the dysfunction of dad. Let's get through
Ah,
this.
ese es el disfunción. de disfunción de nuestro papá y no vamos a
Right?
hablar.
Now, I'm never going to have this happen in my
Y
life.
yo nunca voy a dejar que esto
Right.
pase en mi vida,
But then it shows up in your marriage
pero después resulta en tu
as a
matrimonio
generational curse.
como una curse,
Maldición.
una maldición.
Una de maldición.
You know.
Déjeme ver si me hace-
So whatever we don't expose to the light gets to grow in the darkness.
Entonces lo que no exponemos, cualquier mentira que no exponemos puede crecer en tu matrimonio.
Right? So we let intimacy be an issue in our marriage.
Permitimos que intimidad sea una situación en nuestra vida.
Right? So for 7, 8 years,
Por 7, 8 años
it builds in the shadows.
empieza a creer en la sombra.
Right? Every time we talk about it, we fight, so we
Cada vez
avoid
que
talking
hablamos
about it.
vamos a pelear, entonces evitamos la conversación.
So the negative aspects of it
El aspecto negativo
grow the mask and blind spots in our belief systems,
empieza a crecer en la máscara del punto ciego
and they start driving our decisions.
y empieza a manejar nuestras decisiones.
Right? But God says, okay, if this shows up,
Pero Dios dice, si esto resulta,
let's deal with it.
vamos a lidiar con él.
Right? If we would deal with it at the beginning, when
Si
it
lo
first shows
lidiamos al principio cuando resulta,
up, it wouldn't become this sword, this open wound that we're always picking at year after
no
year.
sería
after
una
year
herida
after year.
que resulta año tras año tras año.
Right? Count it all joy when trials come up.
Cuéntalo todo gozo cuando vienen las pruebas.
Right? What if we as a couple
¿Qué tal si nosotros como una pareja
actually got excited when something negative showed up in our marriage?
nos excitamos cuando algo negativo resulta en nuestro matrimonio?
What if like, oh my gosh, this is here.
¿Qué tal si decíamos, oh, esto está aquí?
It's here because it's the pathway, it's the shortcut
Está aquí porque es el camino más corto
for us to become mature, complete, and lacking
para
nothing.
ser maduros, completos y que nada nos falte.
Right?
Sorry. So, as you're saying that,
Cuando tú estás diciendo eso,
like the Holy Spirit is saying to me,
el Espíritu
It's
Santo me
always
está
been
diciendo
there.
a mí,
so
siempre ha
it's
estado
actually
ahí.
that opportunity to become
Es esa
more
oportunidad
and more transparent and naked before each other.
de
and
ser más
unashamed.
transparente y desnudo sin tener vergüenza.
Right. Absolutely. Because once you do it,
Porque cuando tú lo haces,
once you expose the lie,
cuando expones la mentira,
freedom enter in.
libertad entra.
Right? You look at the redemption of time.
Miras el
It takes
tiempo
a second.
Que es redemptivo, no, redimido. I'm calculating that word.
Got you.
It only takes a second to bring redemption into a life.
Simplemente se demora, toma un segundo para que la redención entre en nuestra vida.
Right? So 8 years of hurt
8 años de dolor
completely dealt with in 30 seconds.
podía ser lidiado en 30 segundos.
Because before I believed a lie,
Porque antes creía la mentira,
that it was all about me,
que era todo
that I was
mi
broken,
culpa, que yo estaba quebrado,
that I was the one that was causing
que
this.
yo era el que estaba causando esto.
Right? And then all of a sudden God's like, no, your purpose,
Y después dice Dios, no, tu propósito,
your
tu
design,
diseño,
your assignment
tu llamado
is to help vanquish this thing that had no right to be in Lina's life.
es de, did you say help vanquish? Es ayudar que eso lo que no tiene derecho en tu vida no esté ahí.
Right? So what if okay, pornography shows up for the first
¿Qué
time?
tal si pornografía resulta en ti por primera vez?
If my mindset is like, okay, wow, we get to attack this. It's not you, it's this.
Si mi modo de pensar es decir, wow, yo puedo lidiar con esto porque no es esto.
Because our marriages, when you think about it, they're
Porque
really,
nuestro matrimonio, cuando tú lo
they're not about
piensas,
our pleasure.
No
It's not
es-
about our happiness.
no es de nuestro gozo,
It's not about us.
no es sobre nosotros,
It's to prepare us for eternity.
es para prepararnos para
So
la eternidad.
anything comes up in this relationship
Entonces lo que resulta en esta relación
is really to prepare me for eternity.
es para prepararme para la eternidad.
So if it came up
Entonces si resultó
and it has no right to be
y
there,
no tiene derecho a estar ahí,
the only reason it came up
la única razón en por qué
is
vino
because he wants it out to
es
prepare for
porque Él
eternity.
quiere que termine para prepararte para la eternidad.
Right? So then I can look at it and say, okay, this is the fastest way for me to get where I need to go.
Entonces yo lo puedo mirar y decir, ok, esta es la manera más rápida para yo crecer.
which isn't easy because you look at it and say,
Porque no es fácil,
Why
tú
did
lo
you do this
miras
to me?
y dices, ¿por qué me lo hiciste?
am I not good enough?
No soy bueno,
What's wrong with me?
que tengo malo yo,
Am I broken?
estoy quebrado.
Right? Instead of saying, this has no right to be
En vez de
here.
decir, esto no tiene el derecho a estar ahí.
It's awesome it showed up because now we can get rid of it.
Es bueno que resultó porque ya podemos terminarlo.
Right? What if you felt that your assignment
¿Qué tal si sentiste que tu llamado
was either it was just to come into agreement with God
es para estar de acuerdo con Dios,
so that your spouse could become the best person they're called to be,
para que tu esposa pueda ser la mejor persona que es llamado a
prepared
ser,
for Him
para prepararlo para Él,
for eternity?
para eternidad,
Right?
¿verdad?
Our marriage is really just an engagement
Nuestro matrimonio es simplemente una junta
for an eternal marriage.
para un matrimonio eternidad.
Right? In the Old Testament,
En el Antiguo Testamento,
the bride
la novia
was sent away
Fue-
after the engagement or after the proposal.
fue llamada después del propósito.
Se envía a otro lugar o se retiraba.
Ya fue retirada
To prepare for marriage.
para prepararse para un matrimonio.
Right? She was sent away, and the best man was actually sent to help prepare her
Fue enviada afuera y mandaron el padrino para prepararla a ella
for the wedding day.
para el día del matrimonio.
Right? So, we're in preparation for a wedding day.
Estamos en preparación para el día del matrimonio.
So you can look at your spouse as the best man that's there to help prepare you
Puedes
for the
mirar
day.
tu esposo se ha preparado por el padrino
Or the Holy Spirit is
o el
also there
Espíritu
preparing
Santo
for the day.
para prepararte para el día.
Right? So your whole marriage is just about a preparation.
Tu matrimonio es solamente de una preparación
Right? To get the things out that aren't supposed to be there.
para sacar las cosas que no deberían de estar
To
ahí,
get the things in that prepare you for the marriage.
para poner dentro lo que para prepararte para un matrimonio.
So if you step back and you look at it and say, oh, that was never supposed to be in your life and it's not supposed to be affecting you now. It's
Si
not supposed
tomas
to be
un
affecting your
paso para
future.
atrás y miras y dices, eso no debería estar en tu vida, eso no debería estar ahí para
Let's-
prepararte para tu
Let's do what it
futuro.
takes to get rid of it.
Vamos a hacer lo que se necesita para sacarlo, para quitarlo.
Right? Well, that's really, really good. That's going to add a lot to the marriage.
Oh, eso
That's,
está bien bueno, eso va a adiñir mucho el
right? So
matrimonio.
it's all about preparation.
Es todo de preparación.
You know, that's what it is.
Eso es lo que es.
Does that make sense?
¿Entienden?
So then we can get excited about the things that come in. Not like it's fun.
Entonces nos excitamos en las
It's not
cosas que
fun
resultan. No es
dealing
que
with
sea
stuff.
gozo en haciéndolo.
But if the first time it came up,
Pero
imagine
si la primera vez que
the stuff that's
resultó,
shown up over and over and over again
las
in your
cosas que
marriage.
resulta otra vez y otra vez y otra vez en tu
What if the
matrimonio.
very first time we took it,
¿Qué tal si a la primera vez lo tomamos?
that we really understood our battle's not with flesh and blood,
Que en realidad entendemos que el batalla no es con el uno y el otro.
that things that others do, really they do because of them and not you.
Las cosas que la otra persona hace no porque es a ti, pero porque es con ello mismo.
So we separate it,
Entonces los separamos.
and the two of you look at it and say, okay, let's partner with God and see how we destroy this thing in our lives.
Y
It has
los
no right to
dos
be there.
lo miran y dicen, ok, vamos a juntarnos con Dios para lidiar con esto que no debería estar ahí.
Right? Then your marriage becomes this adventure of hey, things pop up.
Entonces tu
Good and
matrimonio
bad.
resulta en una aventura, en cosas que resultan, bueno o malo.
Right? And then our purpose as a husband and wife,
Entonces nuestro propósito como esposa y esposa,
the most powerful agreement on this earth,
el acuerdo más poderoso aquí en esta tierra,
is to solve the problem.
es para solucionar el problema.
Does that make sense?
¿Entienden?
What if we took every one of our issues that way?
¿Qué tal si tomamos todo así?
Right? Instead of, oh my gosh, this showed up, why'd you do that to me?
En vez de,
And create
aquí
division
resultó,
between
¿por qué
us
me hiciste eso a mí?
instead of
Crees
agreement.
división en vez de acuerdo.
Does that make sense?
¿Entienden?
You ever play those reality games?
¿Has jugado ese juego de
You're
realidad?
going through the story and all of a sudden you have a decision to make.
Vas por la historia y de repente tienes que hacer una decisión.
Right? And those games are fun. You're like, okay,
Y
I gotta
esos
make the right decision.
juegos son
I gotta do this, this,
divertidos.
this. What if all of our issues that came up was like, okay, this really has nothing to do with me. Let's what's the best outcome here? What would God
¿Qué tal
want?
si la situación resulta y dices, ok, ¿cuál es la mejor decisión para mí?
Right. Let's come into agreement here
Vamos a estar de acuerdo
And here.
aquí y aquí
to get what's supposed to be happening.
para obtener lo que debería estar pasando.
But what we do is we say,
Pero lo que hacemos,
wow, you hurt me.
o me heriste,
I'm going to choose this way
voy a escoger este lado,
because I'm justified
porque estoy justificando,
because you did this to me.
porque me hiciste esto
And
a
I'm
mí
hurt.
y estoy herida.
And I really just don't want to do what it takes to go that way.
Y no quiero en realmente ser lo que
Because I have to
necesito en
look at
este
me.
lado, porque yo me tengo que mirar a mí.
Does that make sense?
¿Entienden?
So then we can get excited about it.
Entonces nos excitamos con el paso.
Not that it's fun,
No que es,
but we can count it all joy.
Con
Because
gozo.
if you just look at things and say, this is my fastest way to,
pero si miramos las cosas y
Becoming
decimos
mature,
que
complete,
esta es la
lacking nothing.
manera más rápida para ser maduro y que no nos falta nada,
it's much easier to be long suffering.
es más fácil de estar sufriendo.
Right. But it doesn't give, it is not at all acknowledging or saying that that negative behavior is
No
okay.
es diciendo que el comportamiento negativo está bien.
Right. So it's not saying abuse
No es diciendo el abuso,
is something you subject yourself to.
es algo que tú aceptas.
Abuse showed up,
El abuso resultó,
let's deal with it.
vamos a lidiar con él,
Forgive quickly,
perdonar rápidamente,
get rid of shame,
dejar
give it to
el vergüenza al lado
But
y
if they're not gonna
entregarlo a Dios.
change,
Pero si ellos no van a
and
cambiar
it comes again and again
y
and again.
regresa y regresa,
Protection is something you do.
la protección es algo que tú haces.
You know, counting it all joy in your trials and persevering
Contándolo todo gozo en tus pruebas,
doesn't mean you subject yourself to negative behavior.
no significa que
over
tú
and
te
over and over
entregas
and over again.
al actitud negativa otra vez y otra vez y otra vez.
Right? So if lust shows up, let's deal with it and get on the process of dealing and
Si
healing and transformation.
lujuria resulta, vamos a lidiar con él
Right? And let's get on that process of healing.
y vamos a empezar el proceso de sanidad.
It's not, oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
No
and
es,
bury
oh,
it.
perdón, no va a pasar otra vez y esconderlo,
Because if you don't deal with it,
porque si no lidias con él,
it persists.
va a regresar otra vez.
But say, okay, great, this has no right to be here, let's
Dices,
deal
ok,
with it actively.
esto no tiene el derecho a estar aquí, vamos a lidiar con él.
That's the opportunity we have in marriage.
Esa es la oportunidad que tenemos en
But if
matrimonio.
you don't deal with it,
Pero si no lidias con él,
you'll deal with it for 6 years.
lo vas a
for
lidiar
7
con él
years,
6
for
años,
10
7
years.
años,
And then
10
15
años.
years later,
Y después, 15 años después,
it's taken root
ha tomado raíz
and it has fruit in your life.
y tiene fruto en tu vida.
Does that make sense?
¿Me entiende?
Amen?
Amen?
I like it. He's so good.
Yeah, he is good. He is good.
Questions,
Amen.
comments, concerns? Hopes, goals, dreams?
Nomás es como una sugerencia.
Suggestion? This is just like a suggestion.
Hay problemas que resultan en el matrimonio
There is problems that result in a marriage
que podemos como pareja arreglarlo,
that we can, like a couple, fix it.
pero cuando resultan problemas difíciles,
But when difficult problems result,
algo grande,
or something big,
que sabemos que no podemos lidiar con él,
that we know we can't deal with it,
necesitamos buscar, en este caso, ayuda.
we need to find help in this
No
case.
aislarnos
Not isolate us
y tratar de hacerlo entre nosotros mismos.
and try to do it within ourselves.
Porque hay veces que nosotros, nuestras mentes en ese momento,
There's times-
muchas cosas que no podemos enfocarnos en cómo mirar esto.
There's
de la
times
manera
when
que
in
Dios puede
our
mirar.
mind so much happens that we can't focus.
Porque la Biblia dice que todas las cosas actúan para bien.
The word says that everything is for the better, for good.
Entonces, si nos basamos en eso,
So if we base on that,
cualquier problema que venga a nuestro matrimonio
whatever issue comes up in our marriage,
es para crecer y mejorar.
it's to grow and better.
No que Dios lo haya hecho
Not that God did it
o lo haya permitido,
or has permitted
que
it.
es algo que nosotros lo permitimos, no Dios.
It's something that we permitted,
Pero
not God.
independiente de eso, Dios lo va a usar para algo bueno.
But independently from that, God will use it
Y lo
for something
importante,
good.
como digo, cuando no podemos lidiar con él,
And-
buscar una ayuda y no aislarnos.
The most important thing, like I said, is to find help and not isolate us.
Eso es lo que quería decir.
No,
That's
that's
what I
huge.
wanted to say.
The what
Thank
we
you.
tell
Amen.
people
Lo que le decimos a la gente,
is the rule of three.
¿lo what?
The rule of
Oh,
three.
la regla de tres.
So it says you warn them once, you warn them twice, and then have nothing to do with them.
Lo avisa una vez, dos veces y a la tercera vez no
Right.
hacer nada con
You
él.
go and you talk to your brother about
Vas
what's
y
going on in
hablas
his
con
life.
tu hermano,
You go and talk to him with a friend.
hablas
You
con
go
un
bring it to the
amigo
elders.
y lo traes
If
al
something comes
anciano.
up in your marriage 3 times that
Si
brings hurt,
algo resulta en tu matrimonio
and you're
tres
trying to
veces
figure it out
y
with each
está
other,
tratando de arreglarlo con el uno y el
by the
otro,
third time,
a la tercera vez
that's showing you this is not going away on your own.
está mostrando que esto no lo puedes arreglar
You shouldn't have anything
solo.
to do with it. You should actually take it
Deberías de tomarlo
and bring it to somebody else and say,
y
hey,
traerlo a alguien
this thing has no right to be in our
y
marriage,
decir esto no tiene el derecho a estar en mi matrimonio
and we need help to get
y
through it.
necesitamos ayuda para poder sobrepasar.
And that's getting rid of it in that. It becomes accountable in your life.
Termina en
But if you go 10 years,
de ser, how do you say accountable? De tomar responsabilidad. Pero en 10 años
then it's going to persist for a lot longer.
se va a persistir por mucho más.
Amen?
Amén.